Hi friends, we are back at our Airbnb now, and we're getting to the point where we're not like adrenaline filled or frazzled anymore, that we can talk about what happened today, because it was pretty intense, so I wanted to go over it. Basically, we did most of the hike, and then Christine saw a bonus ladder, so essentially this is all her fault. Just kidding, it was awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we went up a bonus ladder on the side that we barely, it was barely sticking out. Most people won't see it. Then that led to another ladder and maybe one more. I think 3 ladders.
I think 3.
Yeah. So it's like train for a while, then ladder, train, ladder, train, ladder. And then we kept going through this ravine, climbing, thinking we could find a different way out because we had come so far. And eventually we made a decision. We were just going to climb to the top because we had come so far. And
it looks so fun.
Yeah, it did look fun. It was kind of fun.
Let's just keep going.
But it was kind of scary, even the climb up through the ravine. But once we got out, it was beautiful and terrifying.
The view from the top was amazing.
Yeah, it was really awesome. But I don't know about you, I was super scared by that point already, because we got to the top and I knew we were going to have to find a way down, which I thought we could do, but it turned out we couldn't.
Yeah, and I was terrified by the time we got to the top, because right before we got to the top, I was totally slipped. Like 3 out of 4 of my limbs just slipped out from under me, and I was just holding on for dear life and just pushed myself the rest of the way up, and it was fine. I didn't think I was gonna die, but it was terrifying, and that adrenaline lasted for the rest of our little excursion.
Yes. If I captured it, I'm not sure. We're going to cut to the clip. Okay, I hope that did something. If not, then I look really stupid. Anyways, so we got up there, and it looked like a little bit of a trail. So we started walking, and we didn't mark our spot, of course. But we eventually came to some beer bottles, which made us feel good that other people had at least been up there.
Yeah.
So we kept walking, and finally came to another downward portion that we thought we could actually handle. So we did, and it was tenuous. We went down and worked our way, slid on our butts some.
Yeah.
And finally we were getting all excited. We're like, okay, we're finally getting off this mountain. This is good. Until cut to the clip. Not a big drop off. I know I got that one. Until it wasn't cool, and we had this massive drop off that was probably a waterfall when there was water there, but it was just there was no way. We had to go down so many different things that were like, okay, this is scary, but we're going. We weren't going down that.
No.
So then we had to try and stay calm, and
which I feel like we both did a pretty good job of that.
We did externally.
Yeah.
I was freaking out on the inside.
I was freaking out too.
The whole time I felt like I had to be strong for both of them. I know Christine's extremely strong and tough. Like, if anyone could fall over there, like, she could do it. But I still felt like I needed to lead the way and make sure we both got home safely. But it was nice having her there as, someone to talk to and say, oh no, this is crazy, don't do that, or whatever.
Yeah. And also, in all of that, I was probably freaking out a lot less than I would have otherwise, because I knew Michael was leading the way. So I was just like, yeah, that's okay. You say we can go down here. It looks like I can't, but if you're doing it, then I'll figure it out. We can do it.
Yeah.
So that definitely helped my freak out level.
Yeah. I used a lot of I think we can do this. We might be able to go down here. We can try this.
Yeah.
So then we backtracked. We got to the huge waterfall.
Yeah.
We backtracked, which was super hard, but going up was actually a little easier than coming down. So it was pretty tenuous, but we still managed to get back up to the path.
Yeah. That was easier.
Yeah. And then we had a little bit of a hike to get back to our original spot where we had come up.
Yeah.
But even then we couldn't find it. We didn't know exactly which. There's so many different places
and they all
where you
look
can
the
go.
Same.
Yeah, you can go a little bit down most of them, but then you come to a point where there's a cliff and you can't go anymore. So we had to get back to these ladders, and we just didn't know where they were. So
because also to like explain, like originally we were in this huge canyon. Like when we were up at the top, I was looking at it. It reminded me of looking at the Grand Canyon, like just huge cliffs on either side, where there used to be a river in the middle. And so basically, in order to get back down there, it's literally huge cliffs straight down. So basically, we had somehow made our way to the top of one of these like mountains or whatever, and then had to find the right cliff that we could actually climb down.
Yeah.
So that was where we're at.
It was crazy. Eventually I scouted out a few places. Maybe we can go here, maybe we can go here. I even went down a couple of them, and I'd get down quite a ways and then be like, no, Christine, stop.
Don't go, yeah.
Don't go. We can't go any farther. Go back up. So, and as the day was wearing on, I'd been out of water for a while at this point. I had 2 liters in the camel pack. Christine still had some water, but we were worried that it was about to be out as well. So, and there was only, and the sun was going down, so we were kind of running out of time, and it was just extremely stressful.
Yeah.
Finally, we found a place where we thought we could go down. I mean, we thought that several times, but we found a place, I think it was close to where we originally came up, and after scooting on our butts and just obliterating, I mean, you can't see it that bad. My knees are bleeding, my hands are bleeding, my butt was all... not bleeding, but like my shorts were cut up. Christine ripped her shorts too.
Yeah.
Until finally we found a ladder, which was just the absolute best feeling in the world.
So exciting.
But then, of course, by the time we got to the ladder, that was still kind of scary to go down as well. We went down, like the 3 ladders, and and then when the relief was coming over us, is when I really started to feel dehydrated.
Oh.
And, well, I don't know. I mean, do you want to say anything else about coming down?
Yeah, coming down was crazy. Like you said, my hands feel completely tore up, but not just from scooting on my butt, but also because every single rock we touched was like 1,000,000 degrees. So not only was it like rough and stuff, but also it was so hot, and any sort of very minimal like plant life that's out there is so sticky or prickly.
Yeah.
And so definitely, like, as you're sliding down, you can't necessarily decide to not touch the prickly plant. So I definitely have some things on my everywhere. This is my only tiny thing.
The only visible one right now.
Yeah.
I can see you were pretty jacked up though.
Yeah. And like you said, my shorts on my butt got ripped from sliding down. But
the GoPro just died, and so I hope you can... I hope we didn't cut out too much there.
It was pretty crazy, but yes, once we got to that first ladder on our way down, it was a huge relief. And even before that, I was recognizing a lot of that path looked like the way we had come up, so it was just a huge relief. And also, to go back, one of the times when we first were starting out and we were like, okay, we're gonna go down and down, it looks like it was such a relief. I don't know about you, but I felt like 100% relief, like, oh, we made it. When we first started out and we're like, oh, this is gonna make it down, and then we could see where, or we thought we could see where we were gonna go. I felt a huge relief, like, oh, we made the right decision, we didn't turn around, we kept going, this was great, whatever. And then all for naught. Then we ended up turning around anyway.
Oh, the first time. Yeah.
When
okay.
we first went out, yeah.
I thought you meant at the end, because at the end,
No.
I didn't let myself get happy at all until we saw that ladder.
Because
Yeah,
we had
because
high
of the
hopes
time you're talking
the
about.
first time,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we were getting psyched, and
Yeah.
then no.
That was crazy. But
So,
anyways, yeah.
when we finally got out of there, adrenaline's still pumping, and
dehydration.
And then oh man, I was all of a sudden when I didn't have to worry anymore. Let me back up for 1 second. The one part I forgot to cover is when we did get to the dry waterfall is when I really was internally freaking out, and I had to say, okay, I'm not going to record anymore. You're not going to see a lot of the stuff until we get down.
Oh yeah.
Because I had to go into, or I felt like I had to go into this mode of focus, get down, this is a serious situation now. I wish I had filmed some of it, but I had more important things to do.
Yeah.
like keep us alive.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
Thank you.
Even though it would be cool to see some of it.
It would. Anyways, we get down and then we got, I don't know, like another hour to walk. And once I stopped worrying about being stuck on a mountain all night, I got to worry about being dehydrated. So it's pretty dead by the time we got to the car. And it took about half the drive home before I started to feel okay again. And we've been loading up on water, Powerade, vitamin water. I got it all, basically. Yeah. And we got these awesome poke bowls. So we're about to grub down. Also, if you didn't know already, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm 36, and it's going to be awesome. That hike, I mean, you can say what you want, but I totally recommend it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Just don't do anything stupid like us, and you'll be fine.
Or if you see the random side trail with the ladders, like go up the first ladder and be like, oh, I did that, and then go back down and go back to the regular hike.
Yeah.
But
just don't do anything where you don't want to have to climb back down.
Yeah. Which, when I was climbing up that time, I very adamantly thought, I do not want to have to come back down here. This looks terrifying. Up is always easier than down. But we kept going, and at the time, it felt like a good decision. And even looking back on it, I'm glad. It was overall fun. But the hike overall, yes, 100% recommend. It was so great. The first part had all the ladders in like the slot canyon.
Oh,
was
so cool.
So cool.
You know what? If you want to go and just take an Instagram picture, you can, once you get to the trailhead, like you can be in and out in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you get right away, 15 minutes into the trail, it veers off and goes into that canyon, and it's absolutely insane. So cool.
No, it is so cool. So that was so cool. I've never been in a slot canyon before, and it was so cool. It was not cool. It was basically, we were walking on sand the entire time. My legs are going to be so sore, not to mention all the other crazy stuff we did. But the slot canyon was so cool. I thought it was so cool that they had the ladders there. Even like towards the end, we were like, who is carrying these ladders all this way?
Yeah.
Because we even saw like old discarded ladders to the side. Like, so somebody's maintaining this, which is amazing. And so we're so grateful for that, which is great.
It also seems kind of dangerous, some of the ladders, but we didn't have any issues with the ladder, so there's that. And so huge thank you to whoever is maintaining and putting those ladders out there.
Yeah, super great.
Good job.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
But yeah, overall hike was great. Could have been at least like 20 degrees cooler. That would have made it even better.
It would have. There was nice breezes out there, which were cool, but it was such an oppressive dry heat. Like, my mouth would dry up so quickly, which is why I ran through the water so quick. And we were sweating too, of course.
Right.
But yeah.
And in the slot canyon, though, it was shaded, so at least that was nice. But then after we got out of there, basically the second half of the hike was all in the direct sunlight, so that made it hard. But it was beautiful, super different from any other hike I've ever been on, which I feel like I've been on a lot of hikes.
You have.
So that was my most exciting thing, is to actually be able to experience something totally different from anything else I've ever done. So that's all.
Cool. Well, now I'm super excited to eat, so
I'm really hungry.
We'll see you later. Thanks, guys.